Hey guys, Suraj here from Amonra Productions and Edukos. In today's video, I am going to show a simple demo of how to use the simpler. I'm going to do a very basic stuff so that this is only for pure beginners. If you're someone who's seasoned or who already knows how to use simpler, this is not the video for you. So you can probably go ahead and skip it. So firstly, when you open Ableton, this is the page that you're going to land at. Now, this is called your live or session page. And this is not the page that I'm going to use. Of course, this is for somebody to, perform live or to, look at the volumes in much more longer or much more clearer way. But I'm going to use something called as the arrangement. For that, you can either go ahead and, click on this button, or you can also use tab to shift pages, right? Now I'm going to use simpler, which of course needs the MIDI channel and not audio channel. So I'm simply going to remove these two audio channels. Now firstly, I'm going to come back to my instruments and type simpler. Much easier. Yeah, so the moment I type simpler, I get something called as simpler. Now I can either double click or I can drag and drop them on either of the MIDI channels. And then you see this immediately, the MIDI channel just gave me a pop-up of this simpler tool. Now I'm gonna go all the way to my samples and type something as walks, because I'm gonna do something. You keep away really low. Yeah, I like this, so let's do this. Now you can either use this completely the way it is. Now I'm just gonna press one key in my keyboard. Really low. Or what you can do is you can go ahead and use the one shot, which is pretty much actually used for one shot samples like your kick snare. Really love, can you keep it down? Yeah, because that's a one shot, it's not going to loop over, right? And you can also use slice. Now slice is a function that simpler gives it, or that it's sort of chops automatically using the transient, the start transients it uses, and it pretty much chops it by itself. Now this will vary according to the keys, but then I don't want to use this as well. I want to keep it like really simple. I'm going to do manual choppings. So I'm going to go back to my classic mode, and I am gonna do probably something like this. Yeah, I sort of like that sound right away, so I'm gonna probably go in. Let me keep it at 128. The tempo is what I meant. Now, yeah, so probably I'm gonna do something like this. Yeah, this should be good. Now I've got like a basic note that I've placed here. Now the best part is I can go back and also change if I'm not really liking it, right? Now let's try this. Definitely not sounding great. Definitely not sounding great. And let's say I want to go back to the first one. I'm simply going to do Control Z, Control Z, or Command Z, Command Z if you're using Mac. Okay, so I really like this. So I'm gonna now what I'm gonna do is firstly I'm gonna rename this channel, which is Control R for shortcut or Command R for shortcut. I'm gonna do this as Simp1, just so that I can duplicate like this and then rename this as Simp2 and probably change the notes altogether. Now I'm gonna mute these notes and I shall place something in between like this. Now the thing that we actually missed here is we never really went in and changed the start and stop, right? Because now if I'm gonna play, this is gonna sound the same, right? But then I want to change it to something a bit longer. So let me try. Yeah. That's actually not sounding in very nice. So let's probably try something like this. that. And now let's say that I want to make a drum. I'm going to use the 707 drum kit. Let's use the core kit to keep it really simple. I'm going to do a 4x4 beat concept, so I'm going to keep it like very simple, put kicks on all counts. And then your snares and second and fourth count. See, it's that simple. Now, I hope you've got a basic understanding of how to use Simpler. Now, in case you want to learn more about the beats, the video is already there on my YouTube channel, where you can just simply type Amonra Predictions and Edukos on YouTube and you will find a bunch of videos. Among that, one is where I've explained 4x4 beat concept in depth. Also, I do take personalized courses for folks out there, which is one-on-one. Either you can take an online session or you can come down and take the offline session as well. Now, online, you can take up from whichever part of the world you are. Offline is, of course, available only at the place that I take, which is located in Bangalore. And yeah, that's about it. For now, I'm going to end this particular video and I will meet you in another learning session. See you.